Kep. Kep. You found me. You found me. Hi. I was hiding. I was hiding. I wanted to play hide and seek with you a little bit. It was fun. Mal, I got a clip of Kepler earlier. Mm-hmm. I hid like around the corner and I called him and he didn't know where I was. So he's like walking back and forth, and then finally he's just sitting, and like he looks over to where I am, but he doesn't see me, and then he like looks back, then he looks over to where I am again, and I'm thinking he's gotta see me, but I'm not moving. Then he looks back, and then finally like I shifted like a little bit, and then he looked back, and he stared a little longer, and then he was like, oh, and then he came down. It was so cute. I loved it. Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to Wednesday. We did something different with fish tonight. Let me turn on we have lamps now. I should utilize the lamps. This is for feet. I'm using my hands. We put spinach and artichoke dip on the mahi-mahi. How is it, Mal?
It's very good.
Is it?
I had plans to do this on salmon and then wrap it all in puff pastry.
Oh.
But we haven't gotten to the store that has the puff pastry.
Yeah.
Which is everything but Costco.
We do end up at Costco a lot. So honestly, the thing that I'm most excited about, and I'm sure this is going to be good, but we got an entire big like tub of spinach and artichoke dip, and I'm just going to eat spinach and artichoke dip with chips, and that sounds super great. That's really good. So I cooked all this, and I was a little worried because the fish was still mostly frozen. Mm-hmm. And I was putting the spinach and artichoke dip on, and it just like slid off. So I had to keep fighting it to try and make it like sit on top. It was mostly successful, but this is really good. This is certainly different. I've never done.
It's a nice change.
It is. Also, mahi-mahi is a little boring on its own, so. That is good. I like that. After we finished dinner, Mal thanked me for making dinner, and I said, "You're welcome." I said, "I'll, literally any time." And then she was laying there, and she's like, "Make me dinner now." And I was like, "What would you like?" Probably.
Seeing if it would work.
Probably a small plate. And she was like, "Can I have a single piece of chocolate?" And I did. I brought you a single piece of chocolate.
You sure did.
My, well, you saw if you watched the Christmas vlog, but my mom had gotten us these chocolate truffles, and I hadn't opened them yet, so I gave Mal a vanilla one. I am going to try, I have to try sea salt caramel. Of course I do, because that's my favorite flavor. It was very good. That's very good. Sometimes my teeth are very sensitive, and sometimes they're not. And right now, they're not. Which is really nice. Before we end off the vlog, I wanted to do a tiny show and tell, because Dan recently was in Myrtle Beach. He goes back, usually like every 4 to 6 weeks to do social media work for Player's Choice. And if he's there, he often stays with my parents, and occasionally my parents will give him something to bring back up here. And that happened. So the first thing is this, which I know it looks like it's a sleeping bag or something. It's just in a sleeping bag case. This, oh God, does it have a smell? I don't know. Inside of this bag, though, is a green screen. It is the green screen I had when I was in high school. Because in high school, I really enjoyed making videos with my friends. And, we wanted to be able to use chroma key. And we bought a bunch of green fabric. And I think Justin sewed it together or something. And it's not a very good green screen. The green is fine. It's just, it's very thin fabric. And I remember in one of the ways that we used is we had it like hung up, but not against a wall. So like light was coming through it. It wasn't like the best thing in the world, but it was just funny to see that. So Mom sent it up here and was like, if you can use it, then you have it. And I don't know that I can use it. Maybe I can. I'll take a look at it. And if not, then I'll donate it or something. And then the other thing is that sometimes when Dan is bringing stuff up, Roland will send games up. And he found 2 things that I didn't have. Because at this point, we've collected all the Wii games. So now we're just sometimes picking up weird editions of things. This is Naruto Shippuden Clash of Ninja 3 Revolution. But it includes the movie, because apparently there was a version that contained the movie. So there's 2 discs in here, and one of them's the movie. And then the other thing is Spectrobe's Origins, but it's this big set which includes a novel. So it's a big like box set, and it has like an extra little book in here. So even though we have all of the Wii games, we're still picking stuff up in case we find like kind of weird stuff. So I appreciate Roland, keeping an eye out for that sort of thing. However, there's one extra thing that Roland sent with Dan. And Dan was like, there's something special in this bag. And I was like, yeah. He's like, Roland was at a thrift store and found a DVD that he thought you would like. And I was like, okay, not sure what that could possibly be. I pulled out of the bag this. It's behind the scenes at Dixie Stampede. And honestly, I was like, yeah, this is basically the best DVD I could probably have ever owned. Find out how we do it. An exclusive inside look at how we make the magic, the moments, and the memories of the Dixie Stampede. The reason this is of interest to me is that, I've talked about it before, but like when I was younger, my mom worked for... she worked in the hospitality industry in Myrtle Beach for doing tourism stuff. And because of that, she got free tickets to all sorts of the attractions in Myrtle Beach, like all the time. And the idea was that if she had been to these places on her own, then she would feel obligated or be able to talk more freely about like what these places were whenever she was talking to the tourists and stuff that came in. So as a result, we went to Dixie Stampede like a ton. I went to Dixie Stampede like no less than 100 times in my childhood. I went to a bunch of other things too. A bunch of other like shows, because we had all sorts of different like shows for different artists and things. It did medieval times and did some like amusement park stuff. But Dixie Stampede was probably the one we went to the most. And it got to the point where we were showing up just for dinner and not even seeing the show, because we had seen the show so much, but it was cheaper to just go in and get dinner. So anyway, this is exciting because like I've never seen this before. I'm super interested to see what on earth is on this. It doesn't have a runtime, so at some point soon, I'm going to watch that. And that's it. thank you all so much for watching. I gotta get some sleep. I don't know why I've been so tired today. I've been very tired, but I'm really looking forward to getting to this soon. Let's be back tomorrow, shall we?